Hey YouTube, it's Mixie Tarot. I am coming to you guys with a video about the state of America as we know it. I want to see what the cards have to say, give us some insight. I'm going to be I pulled out a lot of cards. So I've got the New Era Elements, the Guild Tarot, the Next World Tarot, Nature, Nurture, and Shaman's Oracle. I know for sure I'm going to use the Shaman's Oracle, but I think I'm going to go ahead and get started with the New Era Elements. Angels, God, thank you for always loving us unconditionally. Open my third eye, open my heart, and I may bring messages to the collective about the state of America as we know it. I got the Ace of Water, and the first thing that I immediately got when I got this was a cleansing. There is a cleansing happening now. The storm is bringing a cleanse. The storm water is bringing a cleanse. We've got the Mother of Air in reverse. The Mother of Air. This is communication. There's no communication there is no communication between those who are at odds, whatever the situation may be. Those who are at odds. Because there's miscommunication, because there's misunderstanding, it's resulting in the death of people. It's resulting in a flawed justice system. It's resulting in more flaws within this American society. And there is no joy. I got the joy card in reverse. Angels, show me the state of America as we know it. Show me the state of America right now. Show me the state of America right now. We have the Emperor, Abraham Lincoln. America is being judged for what they call the original sin, racism. Abraham Lincoln was a freedom fighter. Abraham Lincoln was a great leader. We don't have great leadership in the White House. We have division in the White House. We have the star, but know that there is always hope. And as long as there is hope, we can be guided the way the way a lighthouse guides ships to their safety. Know that there is a storm brewing. There is a storm brewing. And it will wreak havoc. Brace yourselves for the destruction. This is beyond protesting. It's beyond those people who are setting cars on fire and looting. There is a bigger storm brewing. But once the storm passes, the sunshine comes in. Angels, show me the state of America right now as we know it. If you're in this room and you have any questions regarding the state of America or any comments, you're welcome to go ahead and write in the live chat. I got the comfort card. Don't get too comfortable. The things that brought us comfort, knowing that we were safe or thinking that we were safe, not wanting to look at racism in this country, not wanting to look at discrimination, not wanting to look at the fact that someone's lifestyle that may be different from ours or someone else's, and judging that person for it. That comfort is gone. You now have old wounds, new wounds that need to be healed. We need to look them straight in the eye. Redemption is coming. Forgiveness. Forgiveness. It is time to be baptized and become a new person. It is time to recognize discrimination and racism and be baptized in the waters of justice. And when we rise from those waters of justice, we see the world in a different light. The daughter of fire. The daughter of fire. Fighting with a swiftness, taking action. The young people are taking action towards, hi, Kathy. The young people are taking action towards the injustices. They are challenging the old ideas that may exist in their own homes with their parents or grandparents. They are challenging the injustices, the old ideas of society. Thank you, Kathy. Angels, show us the state of America. It is time to look at the facts. We have the Father of Water in reverse. Water has to do with emotions, but it's in reverse. It is time to look at the facts, to open our eyes and look and see what is truly happening in this country. People are suffering. Black people are suffering. Brown people are suffering. Poor people are suffering. The elderly are suffering. People are suffering. It is time to look at the facts. It's time to look at the facts and fix the problems we have in this country. Angels, show me the state of America. Angels, show me the state of America. We've got the lovers. See all these initials in these trees. The first thing that comes to my mind is all of those people who have suffered from the hands of injustice, who have died because of it, who've been imprisoned because of it, who can't get food because of it, who live in dilapidated, condemned buildings, buildings that should be condemned because they can't afford to live somewhere else. The injustices because of environmental injustices. We have got to look at all of this and form relationships and bonds with our fellow human beings and work together to pull everybody up. It does not mean that we will eradicate poverty, but we sure as hell can work towards it. People are going to think the way that they want to think when it comes to racism. But we have got to change the systemic racism that exists in this country as well as in other countries. We have got to establish laws to protect people who could become victims to racism, to injustices. We have got to look that demon straight in the eye and say, I am not afraid to fight against you. Father of fire is falling on the daughter of earth. Whether you are young or you are old, fight for what is right. Fight against an unjust system. We all need to come together as humane kind and pull each other up. Change the systems around us that are hurting people. Angels, what else do you have to bring to the collective? Angels, is there anything else you'd like to bring to the collective? Wealth. The wealthy 1%, those who are greedy, you will be exposed. Monies will be redistributed. Monies will be redistributed. It's a lot of cards. All the ones that are upright, I'm going to take it. Grief. This is the suffering. This is the suffering. This is the injecting of illusions into our minds, into our systems, to just avoid what's really going on around us. That's what junkies do. Some of them get high so they don't have to deal with what's really going on around them. There is grief amongst all of us. We cannot hide our emotions, how we feel. It's very real. Open your eyes to what's really going on in this country. There is despair. There are disparages amongst marginalized communities. There's despair amongst all of us, no matter our skin color. There are secrets, there are things that are hidden from us that we may never know. We don't know what all the agendas are. We don't know what agenda lies ahead of us to harm democracy, to harm our civil rights. We don't know what all the plans are. But just as there are plans to hurt us as human beings, just because there are plans to take away democracy, know that there is also a plan to fight against whatever those agendas are. The people are ready to stand up and fight for what they believe is right. The system is broken, but the people will not break. I've said that on here before. The system is broken, but the people will not break. Conflict. We are ready to go into battle for what we believe in, for what we believe is right. There is going to be conflict, but it's worth it. We will fight until we see a change in this system, until we see a change in this society that we are living in. We will continue to fight, and we're willing to put in the work. We will work as a team. We will work as humane kind to get the honey. We will work hard to get the honey for everybody. Angels, give me a message regarding our leaders. Give me a message regarding our leaders. Give me a message regarding our leaders. Whatever the negative agendas are, it will not be successful. The people have slowed you down, those who are trying to implode the democracy. For those of you who are trying to continue with racism and injustice in this country because it's for profit, we are slowing you down. We will continue to slow you down until we see the change that is necessary, and we will not rest. We will not rest. Know that judgment will come, and it will rule in favor of what is right. Our leaders have become too content in the positions that they have. They have become too content with their ideas. They need to be challenged on the ideas that they have. Their seats need to be challenged. For those who will not change with the times, for those who want to go back and embrace the good old days, the 60s, when people were segregated, it's not going to happen. We will vote you out. It's time for a change in this country. It's time for change, not only in America, but any unjust system abroad. It's time for a change. We have fortune in our favor, the wheel of fortune. We have luck on our side. Angels, do you have any other messages? Angels, do you have any other messages regarding our leadership? We got the Hermit card in reverse. In the upright position, the Hermit searches for answers. Our leaders, not all of them, some of them don't want to see the facts that we're laying out in front of them. They don't want to see the truth. They are content the way things are in controlling and oppressing people. They don't want to see the truth. But the people will fight back. Messages for the collective. We've got the action card in reverse. Whatever actions the leaders are trying to take to continue to oppress the people, it will not work. The oppression is falling apart. The institutionalized racism, the systemic racism, the institutional racism is cracking. The people do not want to be oppressed. The foundation of injustices is cracking. There is a crack in that foundation, and it will fall. The priest in reverse. This is a foundation of government in the upright position. It's government, it's religion. This is now in reverse. The foundation of what we know the government to be based on, the negative aspects of it, the abuses of the abuses of of power. It will fall. It's going to be changed. Just to have any more messages for the collective regarding our leadership. Any more messages regarding our leadership? Any more messages? Reason. The law is going to work for the people. Laws will be passed that will work for the people. The justice system is going to start to work for the people. But it's going to take time, it's going to take effort, it's going to take money, it's going to take our energies. Angels. We are done with crying. We're done with crying. We don't want any more sorrow. We don't want any more pain. We're looking for prosperity, abundance, wholeness, and equality. Just give me messages from the collective. Loss. Loss. We are done with losing people, with people dying because they don't have enough money to pay for medications or they don't have adequate medical insurance. We're done losing people because of the color of their skin. We're done losing people because someone believes that they're superior to them. We're done losing people because you think that the elderly are you can just throw them away. We're done losing people. We are done losing people because they choose to be with someone who is of the same sex as them. God loves us all, no matter what our choices are. Dominion. We will force our leaders to look at the truth and face and look it in the eye. We will force them to see that so that they will make the change that is necessary. This is the ugly America, beauty in reverse. This is the ugly America. Hi, Sandra. Welcome. Transformation. Transformation. Transformation is taking place. The cleansing is taking place. The devil and the magician in reverse. The devil that's up to his old tricks, it's not going to work anymore. The lies, the deception, it is not going to work anymore. You cannot manipulate the people. You cannot manipulate the laws to go in your favor. It's not going to work anymore. The people will have a victory. There will be victory for us. There will be victory for justice. There will be victory for the poor. There will be for for people of color. Growth, growing pains, back to the beginning, rebuilding, not just what's been burned from protests, rebuilding a system that works for everybody, rebuilding that works for everybody, reforming a medical system, medical insurance for everybody. Your luck has run out. Your time has run out. Luck has run out. Records, the facts don't lie. The facts don't lie. There's records of there's documentation from on all the injustices in our society as we know it. There is documentation and writings from our academics. We want our leaders to use that documentation and those records to start building a foundation for reform of the system in this country. Hi, Mama Cricket. many cards. We are seeking wisdom and kinship. Wisdom and kinship. We are looking to those who have years of wisdom, who've seen riots and protesting and injustices for many years. We're looking to the wisdom of history to show us what to do and what not to do. This is going to take time. It's all in the timing. It's all in the timing. And yes, it is a challenge, but a challenge that we don't mind taking on. We've got caution. Caution. Being cautious about the things that the people are told. It's about the way we proceed in helping to reshape our democracy. Being cautious about the promises the people are made. We are ready to evolve. It is time to reflect and to challenge our ideas and look at the problems that we are having and trying to fix those problems, to repair those problems. Justice. I generally don't read these cards upside down. Know that justice is coming and it will work for the people. Remaining connected to one another and helping one another and loving one another. Not letting our emotions rule us. Not forgetting about them and tucking them away. No. Recognizing how we feel about the state of America and our democracy and our civil rights today. Not becoming overwhelmed by those emotions, but using our minds, our intellect, and looking to our academics and our objective and fair leaders to repair a broken system. Know that judgment is coming for those who have acted unfairly, who have used and abused their power, used their power to hurt people. This is the Four of Pentacles. Now, with this card, this is telling me that there's somebody in the room who's watching me again and will probably report me again. My videos, my live videos, for whatever reason, get reported. But this card never, for me, has to do with Pentacles money. This always has to do with being recorded by government officials, by I don't, like in this room, it's probably someone from YouTube watching to make sure that I'm careful in what I say. The Three of Wands, foresight, being able to look to the future wisely because you've learned from the past. Despair, the Nine of Swords, looking at the despair and hoping that it is behind us. Seeking shelter from the despair, protection from the despair. She has an umbrella. And trying to remain calm while doing it. The Six of Swords, passage, looking for a new way to proceed, to go forward, looking for new ways to change the system, looking for new life, a new life, a new way of life for all of us. With every end, there is a beginning. We have the Death card. This doesn't mean that anybody's going to die. With every end, there is a beginning of something. The Two of Wands, dominion. We've gotten this card twice. Looking at the challenge head on and wanting to tackle it. The Messenger, looking to our leaders to unite us, to support us, to bring love and cohesiveness into our society. My favorite card in the deck, the Page of Swords, the home of action. It is now time to take action and fix the system. The Lovers, looking the challenge straight in the eye, looking at ourselves with all flaws and embracing that and wanting to work on the things that we can fix with ourselves and our surroundings. Suspension, the Hanged Man, looking, having a new perspective, a different perspective. Being stuck, but in being stuck, you are forced to look at what's around you in that moment. You cannot move forward. You cannot go back. You can only be present and in the moment and look at and fix what is in front of you at that moment before you can go anywhere. The Empress. The Empress. Looking for a new beginning. The birth of a new beginning. The Knight of Cups, the love song. The love song. This is exactly what it says, love. Loving one another, loving ourselves, loving, embracing one another. The Ten of Swords, ruin. Breaking down the unjust system. Stopping the injustices that are happening. The Six of Wands, victory. The people will have a victory. The High Priestess, someone observing but not saying what they're thinking. So this could be our leaders. This could be our leaders. Then we have the world. The world. This man has his hand over his heart. Compassion. Compassion from around the world for what happened to George Floyd. Compassion for our fellow humankind. Compassion for the earth, the world. The final outcome is the star. Hope. Hope. The final outcome is the star. Safety. Taking care of ourselves and our families. Moving forward in a better direction. Sanctuary. Sanctuary. Seeking peace. But if there's no justice, there will be no peace. And the methodical approach. Taking the emotion out of it and looking at the facts that are before us. Angels, do you have any mixed emotions? Mixed emotions? Exhausted. The people are tired of seeing what's happening in our society, what's happening around the world to people. People are tired of it. But even though we are tired and fatigued, any mixed emotions messages? Any mixed emotion messages? We are exhausted, but we will resist. The people will resist. The people will fight back. This horse goes from exhausted to strong, to fighting back, to the restraints that have been holding him back, the restraints that have been holding back, that have kept him as a slave, that have oppressed him, even though he has worked hard and continues to work hard, even when the body is weak and the sun is shining down on him. It has made him stronger, and now he is facing the very system, the very people who have oppressed him in all of his strength, and he is pulling back. He is pulling back. He is taking control. card, please. One card. One card, please. One card. That doesn't feel right. One card, please. One card. One card. One card. One card. One card. One card. Confident, self-assured, courageous, and bold. The people have become confident, especially when you have other people behind you who are of the same mind, who are of like mind. We have become confident and strong in our numbers. And together, as a people, we will stand and fight against an unjust system. Shaman's Oracle, can you give us a message? Can you give us a message? Shaman's Oracle, can you give us a message? The Companion. I'm going to read what that is. The Companion. The Companion is an important and powerful ally of the seeker. He or she acts as your spiritual guide and supporter and will offer unconditional help whenever you may need it. This detailed art shows two hands that contain and protect the spirit of the companion, which rises from a zigzag line of energy. It is this energy that binds the world of spirit and the world of humans together and allows the door between them to open. The companion forms a bridge between these worlds, allowing the journeyer to enter in search of help from the spirits. Shamans, past and present, work with helpers of this kind, beings like the companion who become close friends and allies in the task of journeying between the worlds. The people are divinely protected and guided by positive, loving energies. Okay, before I end the stream, if anybody has any comments, feel free to comment. All right, you guys have a blessed one, and I may log on later. Have a good day.